Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Quark micro drone from Propel. Now, Propel is an American brand, so I got this at Brookstone. I think you could probably also find it like Best Buy and some other stores like that, maybe. But this is American sold, so I don't think you can find it, on Banggood or anything like that. Anyway, it's a nano quad, but it's got a pretty unique look to it. It's kind of, CX-10 like, but a little bit bigger. But it's got a nice solid frame body, none of that exposed circuit board, so it's nice and durable. Has these prop guards, which are a little bit flimsy. I didn't find them to work too well. They kind of are springy, and when you bounce off a wall, it just sort of tends to cause crashes and stuff. But they work to protect the blades, I guess. And I could not remove them. I did not find any way. I mean, it looks like they kind of clip into the motor mount there, but they did not seem to want to pull out when I gave it a try. But it does come with a USB charging cable, and it actually has two sets of spare props, so that's pretty nice. I think that you can get spare parts from Propel if you contact them, but obviously they aren't sold in stores or anything. So spare parts may be a little bit of a pain to get, but I think you can do it if you contact them. I think it's probably got a 150 milliamp hour battery. It looks like a pretty good sized battery wedged in there. It takes about 25 minutes to charge. And I kind of got odd flight times with this. It was 2 minutes and 45 seconds of flight, but then a minute during the LVC warning, so 3 minutes and 45 seconds total. But I don't know why there was such a long LVC warning, so that was kind of strange. You can recalibrate it by putting both sticks down to the right corners, and that'll recalibrate the accelerometer. This is the transmitter here, which is interesting. It's got a 3-channel and a 4-channel mode, so if you change to 3-channel, you've just got throttle on the left, and then forward and backward and left and right yaw, just turn, so kind of like a 3-channel helicopter, so there is no left and right pitch, there's only left and right turn. So that's kind of an interesting way to fly a quadcopter, but that would help with beginners. And then you've got your forward, backward, left and right trim in the center here. There is no yaw trim, however, I didn't find it to be needed ever. And then this is your rates and stunt buttons, so just clicking it changes through 3 different rates, which are indicated here on these LEDs on the bottom. And then pressing and holding it and then moving the right stick is how you do a flip. However, I did find that the flips were a little bit slow to recover. I think just because of the size and the prop guard, it was a little bit sloppy coming out of the flips. And then the rates, that has just one yaw rate, and it's a little bit slow on the yaw, so you're not going to be doing a lot of zipping around and doing funnels and stuff with this. This is more, kind of slow flying, a little bit more beginner friendly. Here on the box it says beginner to intermediate. So I think they have kind of geared this around beginners. It does have LEDs on it, but they're kind of in a strange layout. You've got 3 white across the front, and then 1 green on each side. Oops. And then 2 red in the back. They're on each side of the power charger there. So kind of interesting LED layout, but it works pretty well for orientation. Let's see, anything else to say about this one? It flies pretty nice. I was able to, do some pretty decent flying with it, but it doesn't like to hold a hover too well. It kind of drifts around a lot here and there. And I also noticed that the props kind of look like the Cyma X12 Nano props, however, they do not fit. These kind of sit down inside the motor mount a little bit, so the shaft on them is pretty long. Let's see if I can show one here, so that you've got a pretty long shaft on the props there, so that it can fit down inside the motor mount and through the prop guard and everything. So the X12 props were just too short to fit, so you can't get those as replacements. So I think you still have to contact Propel for replacements. Alright, well that's all there is to say about it, so let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the Propel Quark micro drone. And I'll go ahead and start out on low rates. So there's our yaw, and it doesn't change. I'm changing through the rates and the yaw stays the same. So pretty slow yaw, not horrible, but not great. And there's low rates, that's full left and right on low rates, so it can go pretty slow, which I think is a good thing, especially for new flyers. So you can fly pretty well. There's low rates, banked turns, so not bad. Let's go ahead and do some flipping. Move it to medium rates and flip. Oh, got some yaw in my flip. So a little sloppy on the recovery because of the weight of the prop guards. Yeah, I'm getting some yaw issues going on. Looks like I need some trim too. Kind of drifting a little bit. I don't like that the power button is in the center of the trims. Kind of feels like you may accidentally turn it off. Alright, so here's high rates. And so even on high rates, it's not super twitchy. So not really any funnels with this one. Kind of, maybe in low rates I can kind of get it to line up a little bit. Just not enough yaw rate to really do a funnel. Can't really get it leaning enough. But I mean, it's a decent flyer. I think beginners would probably do better with this one than some of the other nanos, just because it's kind of dialed down a little bit. Nice and tame. Let's try some bumping with the prop guards. Ooh, a little messy there. Yeah, not so good on that one. The prop guards are pretty flimsy, so yeah, they don't really work too well to bounce off of stuff, but I think they'll keep you from nicking your finger on them and whatnot, but not so great for bouncing off and continuing to fly. Try another flip. Oops. It's not letting me flip. I think I got LVC, so yeah, the white and the green blink, but the red doesn't. So if you're just looking at it from behind, you don't know that the LVC's on. Yeah, it wouldn't let me flip because the LVC warning. So take it in for a landing. Oh, not so great on the landing. Anyway, that's the Propel Quark micro drone nano quad. I got it at Brookstone, but I think you can probably get it in other sort of retail stores in America. I'm not sure about internationally if it's available or not. But I think for $40 or $50 or whatever this thing costs, there's just some better options out there. So unless you really like the look of it, or want the convenience of buying it in a local store, I can't really recommend it too much. Don't hate it, don't love it, just is what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.